that courage restores hope. Courage restores hope. We'll fast forward the story of Paul where we see him in Acts 23 before the Sanhedrin, God telling him he's going to make it to Rome. Now he's on the ship, and it's right at the end of the book of Acts. It's an amazing book. Go ahead and read it. Where Paul is now sailing with people, but there's a massive storm that happens. I actually love Paul's his moxie about the whole situation, right? His guts. He's saying, man, I warned you guys this was going to happen, but no. You didn't want to listen to me. You wanted to listen to the ship's captain. You wanted to listen to the majority, and now we're in this mess. I love it. I just love that kind of moxie. It's brilliant. Anyway, Acts 27, verse 19 to 25. I'm just going to skim through parts, and you can read it at home. But he says that on the third day of the storm, they started chucking everything overboard. Tackle. They're just throwing everything that they needed overboard. And when they couldn't see the sun or the stars for many days, and the storm continued raging, they gave up all hope of being saved. Have you done that? Have you ever given up all hope of being saved? Just lost hope. Just have lost a vision for the future. Lost any thought that tomorrow could be better, that we could get through this. Has lost all hope of being saved. And after a long time they had gone without food, Paul stood up before them and said, "Men, you should have just taken my advice, but you didn't. You could have saved yourself all this loss, but you didn't. But now I urge you to keep up your courage, because not one of you will be lost. Only the ship and things will be destroyed. Last night an angel of God, whom I belong to, and whom I serve, stood beside me. And he said, 'Don't be afraid, Paul, because you must stand trial before Caesar. And God has graciously given you all the lives of those who are traveling with you.'" I love that again, where he inspires them again to have courage. In the storms of life, when all hope of being saved has been lost, when everybody else is losing their head, but you can stand up above that because you haven't lost your mind, because you have courage from your Heavenly Father. In all of these stories that I've mentioned to you, a key factor has always been the presence of God, always been the word of the Lord in people's lives. So I encourage you, don't wander away from that. Get close to God. Get to a place where He can speak to you, because you're going to make it. You're going to see through these days. Don't give up. Without hope for the future, it will empty today of power and empty today of strength and empty today of courage. If you can't see a way through it, you're going to lose all courage. And worse yet, you're going to start discouraging people around you. As believers, I want to encourage you, moms, dads, I want to encourage you to have great courage in these days, not because it comes from inside of you, but it's a byproduct of being with Jesus and knowing that a greater day is coming, that God's plans and purposes for your life will come to pass if you stay faithful to Him. Paul did reach Rome. He did testify before Caesar. All that God said has come to pass. But you know what I love about this word courage that they're using here? It's not like this, because you can't against the storm. What are you going to do? Fight the wind and the waves? You're going to fight the economy? You're going to fight the pandemic? You're going to fight the system? What it says is that this courage is implied is merry, to be merry. So he's kind of telling them, guys, have courage, be joyful, be merry, be of good cheer, be happy, because you and I will be saved from this great storm. We're going to lose stuff, yes, but we will be saved. There is a better tomorrow. There is a better future. So relax, rest, and be merry. Find that the joy of the Lord can be your strength and my strength. Take courage. There's different forms of courage. And it's just, as believers, let's walk out of this place going, you know what? I don't have all the answers. You know what? I don't know what's going to happen. There's a big storm that's happening around my life. It's raging around my family. It's raging around my bank account. It's raging around my children. but I'm going to stand with the person of Jesus. I'm going to let his courage fill me up so that I can be full of courage. And I'm going to be full of joy. I'm going to be cheerful. I'm going to remain confident that God is who he says he is and he can do what he says he can do. And when he's promised me a better tomorrow, I can move forward with faith. Don't let today's discouragement rob you of your vision for a better tomorrow, that the best is yet to come. Because when you lose the vision of the future, you lose strength today. Rather keep seeing a better future and let yourself be filled up with courage.